Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
Logan stood in front of the vibrant class at the Intergalactic University, a hub of knowledge where species intersected in an exhilarating display of ideas, curiosity, and culture. The classroom brimmed with students of various races, all eagerly absorbing the complexities of human emotions, a topic Logan had dedicated his life to teaching. The atmosphere was electric, filled with laughter, debate, and the occasional hum of alien devices, each exhibiting its uniqueness. Today, we'll discuss one of the most profound aspects of human experience, emotions, Logan announced, gazing at the diverse faces before him. He noted Willow among them, with her shimmering skin that changed colors with her mood, and her large, expressive eyes that seemed to drink in every word he spoke. Willow was unlike any student he had taught before. Bold, inquisitive, and unafraid to challenge the norms of the classroom, she frequently interrupted Logan with questions that exposed the depths of her curiosity about human nature. As she leaned forward in her seat, anticipation gleaming in her eyes, Logan felt a spark of connection that was both exhilarating and terrifying. As Logan explained the nuances of joy and sorrow, he illustrated his points with personal anecdotes from his life. The students listened intently, but it was when he shared a story about losing a loved one that emotion flooded through him. Tears welled in his eyes, pain and nostalgia curling in his chest as he spoke. "What is this water coming from your eyes?" Willow asked, her voice cutting through the classroom's silence with a clarity that made Logan's heart race. Every eye turned to her, captivated by her boldness. He blinked, momentarily taken aback by her directness. "It's called tears," he finally said softly, clearing his throat. "They are a human expression of sadness and sometimes joy. They help us release emotions we can hardly contain." Willow tilted her head, her eyes narrowing in contemplation. "In my culture, we do not express our feelings in such a visible manner. Is this weakness or strength?" Logan's heartbeat quickened. "It can be both. It's how we connect with one another. It means we're alive, that we feel deeply." He noticed her curiosity swirling within her and felt a pull towards her, an innate desire to share more than just academic knowledge. As the class continued, lingering glances were exchanged between Logan and Willow, a subtle dance of curiosity and attraction. Could he, a mere human, effectively communicate the intricacies of being alive to an alien who had yet to understand the beauty of vulnerability? The bell rang, signaling the end of class, and students began filtering out. Willow remained seated, her eyes locked onto Logan. "May I speak with you further, Mr. Logan? There are many things I wish to understand." Logan hesitated, his professional instincts battling with an emerging desire to explore this connection. "Of course, Willow. I'm here to help." As the other students left, the classroom grew quiet. Willow approached him with a confidence that both thrilled and unnerved him. "What does it mean to feel, really?" He found himself smiling at her sincerity. "It means experiencing the world around you, both its beauty and its pain. It can be overwhelming, but it's also what makes us human." Willow nodded slowly, as if this discussion was opening doors to a world she had never imagined. "And the water, is it always necessary? Does it come from happiness too?" Logan recognized the beginnings of a profound bond forming in the space between them. "Yes, sometimes tears can be tears of joy. It's all part of the human experience." Willow's expression grew thoughtful, and Logan felt a flutter of anticipation. Little did they both know, this simple conversation would pave the way for a journey encompassing deep emotional exploration, cultural discoveries, and a connection beyond boundaries. A connection that would challenge everything they believed about love and intimacy. The weeks flew by as Logan and Willow continued their discussions, weaving their explorations of emotion and cultural understanding into the fabric of their daily lives at the university. Each class brought more questions from Willow, and Logan found himself both enchanted and challenged by her relentless curiosity. One afternoon, after a particularly engaging lecture on the complexity of human relationships, Willow approached Logan once again. "Mr. Logan," she began, her tone filled with determination. "I wish to understand more about humans. Can you share with me what love feels like? Logan's heart raced at the intensity of her gaze. Love is difficult to describe, he said, leaning back in his chair, searching for the right words. It can bring incredible joy and, at times, profound sadness. Willow sat down, her shimmering skin radiating a soft teal as she absorbed his words. In my culture, love is often seen as a social contract, an agreement between families. There is no emotional display. It's more about duty and honor. Logan leaned forward, intrigued. But what about passion? The feeling of longing for someone, the happiness they bring you? Willow's eyes widened. Longing? What is that? It's a deep yearning for another person's presence, Logan explained, recalling the feeling of missing someone who held a special place in his heart. It intertwines joy and sadness, making each moment together precious. She pondered this, her expression shifting as she tried to grasp such a complex emotion. I want to feel this longing, she said quietly, almost to herself. The gravity of her words hung in the air, igniting something within Logan. He couldn't help but think how profound it was for her to desire this human experience. Perhaps we could explore it together, Logan suggested impulsively, feeling a surge of excitement mixed with trepidation. The thought of guiding her through the intricacies of human emotion thrilled him, yet he was acutely aware of the boundaries they were to maintain. Together, Willow echoed, her tonal inflection revealing a mix of curiosity and eagerness. How would that work? Logan was taken aback by the weight of the proposition, but met her gaze steadily. We could attend events together, social gatherings, cultural festivals, anything that would allow you to see how humans connect beyond the classroom. It could help you understand. Willow's face lit up. I would like that. It's a step I wish to take. Over the next few weeks, they embarked on a series of cultural excursions that tested the boundaries of their relationship. Logan invited Willow to a human music festival where the air was filled with electrifying rhythms and a diverse crowd dancing in harmony. She watched in wonder as humans laughed, shared embraces, and connected in ways she'd never seen. Why do they touch each other so freely? Willow asked, her eyes darting from one exuberant pair to another. It's an expression of companionship, Logan replied, feeling a spark of thrill at the way she studied the interactions. As they moved through the festival, he felt her presence closely beside him, the warmth emanating from her shimmering skin, creating a comfort he hadn't anticipated. Amidst the celebration, Willow's fascination grew. What is the purpose of this? She asked, pointing to a couple engaged in a passionate dance. Connection, Logan said softly, gauging her response. Some feel the desire to connect not just in every way, but in a physical sense as well. It's an expression of their feelings. Willow absorbed his words, her brow furrowing in thought. And what if they are not meant to feel these things? What if it leads to hurt? It's a risk, he admitted, feeling a weight in his chest. But it's also what gives life richness. Without vulnerability, we cannot truly live. It's a balance we must navigate. Willow looked up at him, her expression transforming into something more profound. Can this vulnerability exist between us? She ventured, her voice barely above a whisper. The question hung in the air, electrifying the space between them. Logan's heart raced as he realized the implications of her words. Could they genuinely explore this connection? As much as he wanted to delve deeper, he recognized the treacherous territory they were treading. We have to be careful, Willow, he replied, his voice steady. Our worlds are different, and the emotions we experience are layered with complexities. Willow's face fell slightly, but determination flared in her eyes. I wish to understand. I want to know what it means to be alive, as you have said. As weeks passed, their connection deepened, transforming their relationship into something more than teacher and student. Logan found himself grappling with feelings he hadn't anticipated. He admired her resilience and thirst for knowledge, but he also feared the consequences of crossing the lines they had drawn. One evening, under the soft glow of the university's starlight dome, during a quiet moment away from the hustle of campus life, Logan and Willow sat side by side, hearts racing as they navigated the unknown waters of their budding relationship. Tell me about your world, Willow prompted, nudging closer to Logan. What makes you feel alive? Logan took a breath, feeling the warmth radiate from her, an invitation to reveal his innermost thoughts. Laughter with friends, the beauty of nature, the art of music, and the feeling of connection. Those things define my existence. Willow absorbed his words, her mind racing with the vast experiences of the human condition. I may not fully understand yet, but I wish to feel what you feel, she replied. At that moment, the distance between them, both physical and metaphorical, began to blur, and Logan felt pulled into her luminous presence. This journey into vulnerability was only beginning, but the promise of exploration loomed ahead. With each passing day, Logan and Willow became increasingly intrigued by each other's cultures, and their unique connection blossomed against a backdrop of vibrant shared experiences. Eager to deepen their understanding of one another, they both agreed it was time to explore Willow's home concepts. One afternoon, Willow approached Logan with an excited glimmer in her eyes. "Would you like to join me in a cultural exchange?" she asked, her voice bubbling with enthusiasm. "There is a significance in my culture that I believe you will find fascinating." Logan's interest piqued further as he looked at her. "Of course. What do you have in mind?" "This week we will celebrate the Festival of Seren." Her words danced with excitement. "A time of renewal and connection back on my planet. I want to take you there to show you what it truly means to unite with those who matter most." Logan's heart raced at the thought of venturing into Willow's world, an entire cosmos filled with experiences he could hardly fathom. "That sounds incredible. Just tell me how to prepare." "Come as you are," she replied, a mysterious smile playing on her lips. "But try to keep an open heart. The festival's power lies in embracing everything around you, sights, sounds, feelings." As the day drew closer, Logan felt a mix of excitement and anxiety fluttering through him. The thought of being in an alien world, surrounded by Willow's customs and rituals, was both exhilarating and daunting. He pondered whether he would be able to adapt to the experience and how much of himself he was willing to share. The appointed day arrived, and Willow led Logan to a beautifully adorned chamber within the university that served as a portal to her planet. Log-based technology intermingled seamlessly with familiar elements of human design, and as they stepped through, bright colors enveloped them, and the air vibrated with anticipation. Emerging in a luminescent landscape, Logan was awestruck. Willow's planet, Varenth, was a realm of radiant colors, with bioluminescent flora stretched far into the horizon, shimmering like the stars. The air was fragrant, filled with a medley of scents that evoked a sense of serenity. Logan felt himself surrendering to the beauty around him. As they walked through the fields, they encountered festival participants engaged in ritualistic activities, dancing, painting, and sharing stories under the vast sky dotted with swirling galaxies. The sense of community was palpable, and Logan found himself captivated by the joyous atmosphere. "Welcome to my people," Willow exclaimed proudly, gesturing to the vibrant scene unfolding around them. "We celebrate connection and unity. It is a time where emotions are shared and understood. This is how we express our bonds." Logan felt a pang of longing as he witnessed the way Willow moved among her people, her confidence radiating as she embraced both familiar customs and the unorthodox. He wished he could experience the same level of freedom to express emotions without fear of judgment. As the sun dipped below the horizon, twinkling lights illuminated the area, casting a soft glow over the gatherings. Willow beckoned Logan to participate in one of the central ceremonies, a circle where individuals voiced their feelings, their hopes, and their dreams. "Sharing is an important part of our rituals," she explained. "It brings us closer and deepens our bonds." Logan hesitated, sensing vulnerability wash over him. "What if my voice is not strong enough?" he asked softly, afraid of standing out. Willow placed her hand on his shoulder, her touch electric. "Your voice will carry power, even if you do not realize it. Vulnerability strengthens the bond." Encouraged, Logan stepped forward as others began to share their stories. They spoke of love, loss, and connection, each tale weaving a rich tapestry of emotions that enveloped him in warmth. When it was his turn, he inhaled deeply, fortifying himself with Willow's encouraging gaze. I come from a world where emotions often feel clouded, Logan started, his voice quivering slightly. We fear to express ourselves, thinking it may show weakness. But being here, surrounded by all of you, I feel a strange strength. I long for connection, for the freedom to show my true self. As he spoke, he noticed that the eyes of those listening began to glow softly, reflecting a shared understanding. It was a reaction he had never experienced before, a tangible acknowledgement of his vulnerability. When he finished, the circle erupted in radiant light and heard murmurs of acknowledgement, each showing their support through their own emotional displays. Logan felt invigorated, a newfound sense of connection sparking through him as he looked at Willow, who beamed with pride. "Thank you for your honesty," she murmured, eyes sparkling like the stars above. "You have taken a step that many fear to take." The night continued, filled with music and dance, and Logan found himself swept away in the euphoria of the festival. Each touch, each smile exchanged made him acutely aware of the beauty of vulnerability, thickening the air with emotions he had long suppressed. As the evening wore on, Willow approached him again, her demeanor softer, more intimate. "What you shared was beautiful, Logan. I could feel your emotions resonate within me. You embraced your vulnerability, and it created a bond." Logan felt a warmth envelope him at her words. "I'm still learning, Willow. I have so much to understand about myself, and about this connection we share." She stepped closer, their faces inches apart, and he could feel the charge of energy racing between them. "Together, we can discover all of it," she promised, her eyes shimmering with excitement. As the festival continued to unfold around them, Logan and Willow found their hearts entwined in a dance of exploration, a mingling of cultures, emotions, and an undeniable attraction that tugged at their souls. With each passing moment, they discovered that to feel deeply was not just a part of humanity, but a universal quest, a journey they were embarking on together. As the days turned into weeks, the bond between Logan and Willow deepened. They danced between the joys of exploration and the complexities of their differences, reveling in the vibrancy of authentic connection. However, with burgeoning intimacy also came challenges that threatened their delicate equilibrium. One afternoon, back on Earth, Logan noticed a change in Willow's demeanor. She seemed distant, contemplative, her colorful skin subtly shifting tones, a change he had learned often signified unease or uncertainty. During a break between classes, he approached her, concern etched on his face. "Willow, is everything all right?" he asked gently, trying to bridge the gap forming between them. She turned to him, her eyes gleaming with a mix of confusion and vulnerability. "I do not know how to navigate this connection we have," she admitted, her voice trembling. "It is unlike anything I have felt before, yet it terrifies me." Logan's chest tightened, recognizing that Willow was grappling with the deeper implications of their growing relationship. "I understand," he said softly. "Both of us are stepping into uncharted territory. It's normal to feel overwhelmed. But what if I cannot accept your emotions? What if it leads to weakness?" Willow's question struck a chord within Logan, and he felt a pang of frustration. "We have talked about this," he replied, trying to remain calm. "Emotions are not a weakness. They are an essential part of being alive. You taught me that." A shadow crossed Willow's face as she considered his words. "In my culture, showing weakness can mean vulnerability to harm. My people do not open themselves up to such feelings. They carry them inside, unmoving." Logan stepped closer, searching her eyes for a glimmer of understanding. "But vulnerability can create bonds, deepen relationships. Look at how we've grown together. I can't deny what I feel for you." Willow looked at him, her expression source of anguish. "You asked me to feel deeply, to search for something I cannot comprehend." The tension in her voice was palpable. "What if I fail?" "Failure is part of growth," Logan asserted, instinctively reaching for her hand, but she pulled back, creating a divide. "We'll figure it out together." Willow shook her head, her shimmering skin dimming to a softer hue, a sign of distress. "Ja, maar vrijheid, Logan. afraid of what you expose me to and of myself. I want to be strong and worthy, yet I find myself intrigued by emotions I do not fully grasp. The tears, the longing. It is frightening. Logan felt a pang of sympathy for her struggles, realizing how daunting it was to confront feelings steeped in uncertainty. "You don't have to be something you're not," he said tenderly, hoping to soothe her fears. "You're allowed to embrace this experience in whatever way feels right. Just be true to yourself." Silence enveloped them as Willow absorbed his words, but the uncertainty still hung heavy in the air. After a moment, she spoke softly. "And what if your truth is not something I'm prepared to accept?" Challenged by her words, Logan struggled to respond. "I believe we can learn from each other. Isn't that what this journey is about?" But her silence spoke volumes, and within moments, she turned away, leaving Logan standing there, his heart heavy. In the days following their confrontation, he noticed the distance growing between them. The spark that had once ignited their connection was now flickering uncertainly. The next social event Logan attended without Willow was filled with laughter and music, but he found himself feeling hollow. He missed her presence, a crushing loneliness settling in. The vibrant colors he had once found joy in felt muted without her by his side. Later that week, Logan decided to confront the situation head-on. He invited Willow for a private meeting under the Starlight Dome at the university, a familiar place that had borne witness to their connection. As she arrived, he noted the hesitance in her movements, the way she stood cautiously, unable to let down her guard. Logan cleared his throat, mustering the courage to speak openly. "Willow," he began, his heart racing. "We need to talk. I don't want this distance between us. I miss you. I don't want to hide behind our differences any longer." Willow's face softened, but there was still a flicker of apprehension. "I miss you too, Logan, but I feel lost. I am uncertain if I can unravel the layers of this connection you desire." Logan stepped closer, keeping his voice steady. "I understand that emotions can be overwhelming and frightening." He took a breath, grounding himself. "But shutting yourself away will only create more pain. You deserve to feel everything, the good and the bad. I want to support you in that, but I can't do it alone." "Even if it means confronting what lies beneath?" she asked, uncertainty lingering in her tone. "Yes," he said with conviction. "Even that. Every time we share our truths, we forge a deeper connection." Willow stepped forward, her shimmering skin illuminating in a display of vibrant colors. "You have shown me new horizons. To explore what it means to be alive is a gift I treasure, but I don't want to harm what we have. That's not going to happen. We will hold each other up no matter what," Logan promised, feeling the weight of earnestness in his words. When their eyes met, something shifted. Willow took a deep breath, and Logan felt a wave of hope wash over him as he saw the flicker of determination return. "Then I will try, Logan," she whispered. "I want to journey with you. I want to discover what love means, even if it frightens me." As the distance between them evaporated, they stepped towards one another, the unspoken understanding deepening. In that moment, they both recognized that love required courage, an acceptance of vulnerability, and the willingness to explore the infinite landscape of emotions together. With a newfound resolve, Logan reached out, clasping her hands in his. "Let's take this journey one step at a time. We are in this together." Willow smiled, her confidence returning as a dimension of hope shimmered through her. "Yes, together." In that sacred space beneath the starlight, they reaffirmed their bond, ready to face the world hand in hand, knowing that with every step forward, they would not only become more connected to each other, but also to the raw essence of life itself. With the air cleared between them, Logan and Willow continued to explore the depths of their connection, unearthing emotions that were both exhilarating and daunting. Their willingness to embrace vulnerability forged a bond stronger than either had anticipated. Days turned into weeks, marked by shared laughter, gentle touches, and warm conversations that created a space where they felt safe to express their feelings. Logan felt himself drawn to Willow in ways he had never expected, her presence igniting a yearning within him that transcended mere friendship. One tranquil evening, as they wandered through a luminescent garden on Willow's home planet, surrounded by blossoms that glowed softly under the moonlight, a magical tension swirled in the air. Willow's shimmering skin pulsed with hues of deep indigo and violet, reflecting a spectrum of emotions, a sign of excitement, vulnerability, and longing. "What is it that draws you to me, Logan?" she asked softly, her voice barely above a whisper, yet throbbing with anticipation. The path ahead illuminated with each intentional step she took beside him. Logan turned to her, heart racing. "Everything about you. Your strength, your curiosity, your willingness to embrace the unknown. You've opened my eyes to so much more than I thought possible." As he spoke, he could feel the gravity of their intimacy intensifying, drawing them closer. Willow's gaze held his, and he could sense a shift in the air. It felt as though the very universe was urging them forward, igniting a fire deep within. "Logan, I've studied your expressions, your laughter, the complexities of your love for life. It creates a yearning within me to explore deeper connections, to experience mating." She said the word with such profound intent that it sent a jolt of electricity through Logan. The acknowledgement of their attraction was undeniable, and with it came the throbbing desire to bridge the gap between their worlds in the most intimate way possible. "Indeed," Logan responded, stepping closer. "Mating in human terms is an act that encompasses not just physical connection but emotional intimacy as well. It's about sharing who we are completely." Willow contemplated his words, her mind racing. To mate is to join in every possible way, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It creates a bond, does it not? "Yes," Logan affirmed, gazing into her eyes, feeling his heart thump louder. "It's the ultimate expression of love, trust, and vulnerability." With a shared understanding, the moment hung delicately between them, charged with infinite possibilities. Logan reached out, cupping her face in his hands, his thumb gently brushing across her soft, shimmering skin. "If we choose to explore this connection, we must be fully committed to each other. No reservations, no fear." Willow nodded, her own hand reaching up to rest against his. "I want that. I desire to mate with you, to experience our connection in the depths of our souls. Together, we can create something beautiful." With the final barrier of hesitation erased, Logan leaned forward, capturing her lips in a tender kiss. The world around them faded, absorbed in the warmth of their connection. Willow melted into him, a soft gasp escaping her as they shared their first kiss, an exhilarating blend of passion and tenderness. As they pulled away, breathless, Logan's heart raced. He marveled at the wisdom reflected in Willow's eyes, realizing that this act of mating was symbolic of their commitment to explore and embrace one another's worlds. "Bring me into your heart, Logan," Willow said, her voice thick with emotion. "Show me the beauty of this act of intimacy, and let me reveal to you the depths of my culture." With their intentions clear, they made their way back to the luminescent garden, where a secluded grove awaited, a sacred place of tranquility that invited exploring the union between their two worlds. Willow led the way, her laughter ringing like music in the air. "This is a place where we can share our hearts freely, where the energies of our beings intertwine." As they reached the grove, the atmosphere shifted. The garden glowed brighter, the flowers pulsating in rhythms that resonated with their hearts, inviting them to forge their bond in the very essence of life. Here, in this sacred space, Logan drew Willow into his embrace. "Are you ready?" he murmured, searching her eyes for any sign of hesitation. "Yes," she breathed, her shimmering skin illuminating a brilliant spectrum as she leaned into him, her body radiating the warmth of desire. As they sank onto the soft, vibrant grass beneath them, they began to explore one another's forms slowly, reverently. Logan learned the contours of Willow's body, marveling at the way her skin shifted colors in response to his touch. Each sensation reverberated through him, enhancing the sensation of closeness as he reveled in her softness. Willow responded in kind, her hands traversing Logan's form, discovering the man behind the teacher, the complexities and beauty of his being. Each caress ignited fires in their souls, bridging the gap between their two worlds as they surrendered to the experience of mating. With whispered affection, they shed their reservations, unveiling the raw, exquisite vulnerability of intimacy. It was an exploration of trust, a commitment to share not only their bodies but their hopes, dreams, and deepest fears. As Logan and Willow united under the celestial glow of the garden, the world around them thrummed with energy, echoing the significance of their bond. They discovered that in this act of mating, they created a symphony of emotions, a breathtaking blend of human and alien experiences. In that moment, their connection deepened beyond mere physicality. They melded their cultures, emotions, and spirits, creating an indelible link that promised to last a lifetime. As they lay entwined in the amber glow of that sacred place, each felt a sense of belonging and completion. Together, they embraced the beauty of their newly forged bond, knowing they had taken a pivotal step on their journey of love and understanding. In the weeks that followed their intimate union, Logan and Willow embraced the powerful connection they had forged. Their relationship evolved, enveloped in a tapestry of shared experiences and open hearts. Once apprehensive, Willow began to thrive in her emotional explorations, learning the beauty of vulnerability and the strength that came from sharing her innermost feelings. Logan, in turn, found himself invigorated by Willow's radiant spirit and her ability to draw out the depths of his own emotions. Together, they navigated the complexities of love, two worlds woven together by understanding and trust. One evening, standing beneath the starlit sky, Logan took Willow's hand, his heart swelling with gratitude. "You've changed my life, Willow. You've shown me what it means to embrace every emotion fully, to live without fear." Willow's eyes sparkled, her shimmering skin reflecting the starlight. "And you have helped me embrace my own complexity. I never realized the beauty of being vulnerable." They leaned into each other, a quiet understanding enveloping them, addressing the horizon that stretched out before them. It was clear their journey had just begun. In their hearts, they knew that love transcended differences, creating a profound bond capable of crossing galaxies. As they turned to face each other, Logan cupped Willow's face gently, their breaths mingling. "What comes next for us?" "I believe we continue to learn," she said, her voice steady. "To explore not just each other, but the tapestry of cultures, sharing traditions, emotions, and experiences. There is a universe of discovery awaiting us." Logan nodded, feeling an unmistakable sense of excitement and hope. Their journey together would be one of constant growth, where the lessons and love they shared expanded beyond the mysteries of their emotional lives. As they kissed under the cloak of stars, they understood that their union was not just a merging of beings. It represented the beauty and strength of bridging worlds, a rare bond that would inspire others around them to embrace their own connections across cultures. "We will face every emotion together," Logan whispered as they shared a loving embrace, their futures intertwined. In that moment, as dazzling light danced around them, they knew that love, a powerful and universal force, would guide them through whatever lay ahead. Together, they embraced the understanding that the exploration of love and connection was a path worth embarking upon for the rest of their days.